Once, there was a little prince called Ulof who lived in a magnificent castle with the great king and queen, which were his mom and dad. Ulof was an only child who spent most of his time playing by himself, all alone in the big castle where he lived. On Mondays, he normally did his school lessons with a teacher that would come to the great castle, one of the only outsiders that were allowed to come in. On Tuesdays, Ulof liked to read. On Wednesdays, he spent time painting with his dad, the king. On Thursdays, he stayed outside with his mom, the queen of the castle, to watch birds fly high in the sky. On Fridays, Ulof usually did a jigsaw puzzle, but this Friday, he was really bored of playing by himself. He couldn't go to his parents as they were busy with royal matters, so Ulof decided that he would do something different and go to explore the old rooms of the castle. He walked down the dark stairs into an old, large dining room. In the middle of the dining room, there was a huge table covered with dust and spider webs. But behind it, there were many brown cardboard boxes, all stacked on top of each other. Who would like to guess what was in those boxes? What do you guys think?
Dead animals?
I hope not.
Could it be old popcorn?
Okay, I hope we're not going to see any moldy popcorn. I hope your answers are wrong, but okay, we'll find out. Let's get back into the story. In one of the boxes, Ulof saw a pretty silver object that was shining at him. What's that? He wondered. He reached into the box and picked up a silver game console that had a glass screen in the front. He pressed the red button on the side and the screen lit up. Ulof had found an old video game. Ulof ran to his room with his new favorite toy and spent many hours that day playing with it. Each day from then on, Ulof would spend many hours playing his new video game. From Monday to Friday, he would play for hours and hours and soon would not even come out of his room. The king and queen missed seeing their son and they missed playing with him. So Ulof could spend many hours playing with his new game. What could you do for many hours?
I could spend hours and hours reading a map.
Yes, Caleb, we know. We know you love reading the maps. Well, I could spend many hours writing stories and editing videos. I really love that. Candace?
I could spend many hours being here with you and Caleb.
Oh, Candace. Well, I could spend many hours spending time with both of you and our wonderful friends. That's another thing I could spend many hours doing. Let's get back into the story. Ulof's video game soon became his whole life. He had a favorite video game where he could build a new home. He could pay real money to buy things to build his home in the game. Soon, Ulof started to take money from his parents to use for the game without telling them.
Oh no, that's not good.
No, it's not good at all. Ulof's game house was like a real house to him, and he forgot all about the magnificent castle that he lived in with his parents. One day, while playing, Ulof thought of a way to build a magnificent house in the game. He could sell his parents' great castle and all the stuff inside to have enough money to buy more things to put in his game house. Ulof really liked this idea and was already thinking of people he could sell some things to. Ulof forgot all about his lessons on Monday with his teacher, or how he liked to read on Tuesdays. He forgot about how every Wednesday he spent time painting with his dad, or on Thursdays how he watched the birds flying in the sky with his mom. He loved his home in the game, and he felt that he preferred spending time in the game than in real life in the castle.
Wait, so you wanted to swap a real magnificent castle for a video game?
Yeah, Ulof really loved his video game. Now, we might not exactly be like Ulof, who loves video games, but maybe there are other things that we love that we would have swapped his castle for. Maybe like food, or clothes, or a new amazing map.
Ah.
Ulof didn't know what to do and was very sad. He decided to go to speak to his father, the king. The king, who hadn't seen his son in so many days, took Ulof into his arms and told him how happy he was that Ulof came to speak to him. He listened to Ulof share about his new game that he loved and how he could sell everything in the castle to get more things for his house in the game. His father, the king, told him that he was disappointed that Ulof enjoyed spending more time in the game than with his parents in the castle. He explained that the house in the video game was just a game and was not real, but the castle that they lived in was real, and the love that his mother and father had for him was real. His father told him to spend more time caring about real things that matter more than a game that was not real. The next morning, Ulof woke up as he heard the servants around the castle. He smelt the food coming from the castle kitchen, and he heard the whistling of the birds outside his window. It was Thursday. Ulof looked at his silver video game and realized all the things that he missed while he was focused on only playing his game. He was also sad that he missed painting with his dad yesterday. I can't miss watching the birds with my mom today, he thought. This little toy house is nothing compared to my real castle, where I live with my mom and dad that I love. The end. So, what do you guys think about Ulof?
Well, I'm just happy he didn't sell his magnificent castle for a silly game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm really happy too. If we wanted to use this story to teach us something, what do you think his video game could represent for us? So what could his video game be in our lives? What do you think?
Could it be our lives here on Earth?
Exactly. The video game could represent our life here on Earth. And what about the castle that he lived in? What could that represent, or what could that be for us?
That could be heaven.
Exactly. The castle that he lived in is eternity. It's heaven. You guys are getting it. Let's have more bulbs in the jar, please. Ulof spent so much time caring about his house in the video game that he forgot all about the castle that he lived in. How many of us think so much about our life here on Earth that we forget to think about our real life, the time we will spend forever in heaven with Jesus? And remember, he said that he was going to prepare a place for us. We should all care about that more, shouldn't we?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.